The Maori tribe is the largest social unit within traditional Maori society. Legend has it the first Maori that came to New Zealand did so in 12 large canoes, each carrying a different tribe. Even today, most Maori people can tell you which original tribe they are descendants of. Tapu and Noa. Noa means ordinary, common, or free from restriction of the rules of tapu, inherited from parents, ancestors, and ultimately the gods. Mori, the life principle or vital spark. If a person's mori becomes too weak, they die. People place physical objects in forests as talisman. They embody the mori and they are protected. The hau of a person or other living thing is its vital essence or power. A talisman protects the hau of a person. The ceremony you see the warriors conducting is called Nigau Pai Pai, which is to increase the tapu of warriors going into battle. Warua, the spirit of a person. When a person dies, it's the Warua which lives on. Traditionally, Maori believe that when they die, they will go to the underworld. Tua, which is performed in the place the child was born. Babies are named after the umbilical cord is severed. Toi, which is performed after the Tua rite and at a sacred stream. Boys are dedicated to the god of war, girls are dedicated to the goddess. Pure, which is performed after the Toi rite. It makes a child's spiritual powers or mana permanent. Rahui can be placed on particular places or things that limit people's access to them. Tai te kawa, which means strike with a branch of kawa kawa. This ceremony is carried out in connection with the opening of a new carved house or the launching of a canoe. Tapu removal, which is used to remove the tapu and make a person or thing hoa, free from the restrictions of tapu. Wakahora is a ritual to remove tapu from people using water. In Maori tradition, all living things are linked through Wakapapa. Tain, the god of the forest, shaped the first woman. Hainihoan from soil and took her as a wife. They became ancestors of human beings. Mana, an extraordinary power, essence, or presence, relates to authority, power, or prestige. Mana comes from the gods and is highest among those of chiefly rank. Wengai Hau, which is a ceremony offering food to a tua. It is fed the essence of the offering to the atua. Traditional Maori society emphasizes the rights and obligations of persons as members of a village, wanu and hapu, rather than to decree individuals. Marriages are sometimes contracted on behalf of young people by their elders for political reasons. Adoption is a fairly common custom in traditional Maori society, often took place in order to revive or bind more closely kin ties among people who lived at a distance, sometimes with the object of renewing rights to land or maintaining communications for aid in war. Leadership in traditional Maori society rests largely upon age and seniority. Marae describes a communal area that includes a dining room. Keeping culture and language alive within the Marae provides a focus for social, cultural, and spiritual life. Tribes within the Maori community set themselves apart from each other. Some tribes are iwi, meaning tribes, hapu, meaning subtribe, maunga, meaning mountain, and awa, meaning river. Marriage within traditional Maori society was shaped by the importance of family and tribal links. For most part, partners were ideally chosen from within the hapu and iwi group. Marriages were often arranged, with children promised in marriage from a very young age. People sometimes found their own partners and would seek agreement from senior members of their family. Regulation of sex was not a primary purpose of marriage within Maori society. Most people were expected to form sexual relationships and might have more than one before settling down with a partner. In some cases, these early relationships became a marriage. The exception of this sexual freedom were pui, meaning young women of rank, who remained virgins before marriage. Maori cannibalism was widespread throughout New Zealand into the mid 1800s. Widespread practice of cannibalism was not a food issue, but people were eaten often as part of post-battle rage. Enemies were often captured and killed, later to be eaten or killed because of minor transgression. Part of the practice was also to send a warning to other tribes. The origin of Maori has been traced back to the islands of eastern Polynesia, and their journey to New Zealand occurred in a number of canoe voyages over a significant period of time. These journeys established Maori as daring and resourceful adventurers and as one of the greatest navigating peoples of all time. Contemporary Maori culture has been shaped by the traditions of its rich cultural heritage with an outward view of the challenges faced by indigenous peoples in the global society. Defining aspects of Maori culture include art, legend, tattoo, performances, customs, and hospitality and community. Since the early 1980s, Maori culture has undergone a renaissance. The regeneration of interest in Maori culture has extended to language, and the Maori language programs are now flourishing. Sam Cottle, a reporter for the Maori tribe, interviewed two Maori women, one modern and one traditionalist.
Does your family still participate in these rituals, and how do they feel about your breaking these traditions?
Mom and dad, there was this one time that they all gathered together and they, had the food, had the people, and they said, come eat. You need to be smarter, stronger. And I said, no, I can do that on my own with studying, really just focusing on that. They tell me, you're weird, like you don't fit in with the family, and that's okay with me. I'll just start my own traditions.
What, if any, rituals do you still follow?
Um, I still like the face paint. Mom, she was very good at it when we still lived with our tribe. Um, I feel like it brings out the beauty in the women. Um, I like to express myself that way around my eyes, to accent my cheekbones, because the Maori tribe women, they are very beautiful.
Do you have any friends that are also breaking away from cannibalism?
Yes, I have a few friends. We get together. We don't paint our faces as much. We don't eat the people because we feel like we can do these things on our own. We don't have to eat them to become them or to become better people. Um, I have one friend. Her name is actually Katie. She changed her name. Um, she just doesn't like it. She thinks that it's totally off the wall.
Thank you so much for meeting with us today and being bold enough to share these traditions and rituals that you're breaking.
Thank you.
Why do you practice cannibalism?
Well, it's been passed on from generations and generations, and it's part of our heritage, and it's part of our being, and the things that we do spiritually that just allow us to be better and stronger and smarter and faster, and that's really what we believe in.
How do you choose who you eat?
Well, it depends on the enemy. We do very, I guess, taboo or strange things to other people, but for us, we eat who our enemies are. We don't eat family members or anyone like that, anyone that we're close to or can. Just only enemies that maybe think they're better than us. We only eat them just to show them how strong and powerful we actually are.
An acquired taste, and can you compare it to any other meats that you've tasted?
Oh, that's actually a very hard question to answer. Um, if you'd like to, we could go and fix you some, and that way you can taste it for yourself. For us Maori people, we feel like it's actually something extremely spiritual, and those questions are almost offensive.
What other rituals do you practice?
Um, well, we do come in touch with a lot of nature, and we also worship the trees. We believe that they're full of life, and they help us live a lot longer and a better life. So, besides living outside and uh, near the water, we just love nature, and that's spiritually what we believe in. We also do a lot of song and dance. Those are things that we do to protect us and to continue on in our normal traditions.
Today we interviewed two women from the Maori tribe. One still practices traditional rituals, and the other has chosen to break away from the cannibalism. Do you think this is taboo? Tweet us at Maori Cannibalism and let us know your opinion. I'm Samantha Cottle. Thank you for watching.